Let's bring you an update on those numbers now. Across the UK, the total number of deaths in the UK now standing at 769. Katie Spencer is in the newsroom. Talk us through the figures, Katie.
Yeah, well, we should say the experts have consistently said that this is what we can expect in the coming weeks, that there will be an exponential increase in the number of deaths that we are seeing. Before we get into the exact nuts and bolts of these figures that have come out this afternoon, it is worth noting that actually this week NHS England has changed the way that it is recording its data to give it more time to effectively have more time to collate the data itself, but also to contact the relatives of those who have lost their lives. So on Wednesday we saw a comparatively low amount in the number of deaths recorded, because actually it only covered an 8-hour period. The day after we saw a big leap yesterday, because actually it was a much longer period as they switched to this new system of working, which is going to be recording the number of deaths from 5 o'clock one evening to 5 o'clock the next evening. So we now do have these number of deaths through this afternoon from this new system. When we're talking about deaths as well, it is worth noting that actually we're not talking about the number of people that have died within that 24-hour period. We're talking about the number of recorded deaths. So actually we record the deaths when a relative of the person that has died has been contacted, or it could be the case that actually the person themselves died a week ago and has been tested since their death. So it isn't as straightforward as it would sound when we talk about the number of deaths. But we have this afternoon found a significant increase. The total number of deaths in the UK has risen by 185 now to 769, 14,579 people testing positive, an increase of almost 3,000 new cases of people testing positive. Yesterday we were talking about it being a significant leap of 2,000. Today we're talking about a leap of 3,000. If we break it down into individual countries, the total number for England has now increased by 168 deaths to 689. In Scotland, it's up by 8 to 33 deaths in total now. In Wales, it's an increase of 6 further deaths, up to 34. And in Northern Ireland, it is an increase of 13. As we said, this is something that actually the experts have said we should be ready to expect. We are, over the coming weeks, going to see a significant rise in the number of deaths. And it is likely to be certainly a few weeks until we see the full effects of social distancing come into force.